Good morning everyone. Don't mind me just sat on the floor, but it was the only place with any decent lighting just to chat to you this morning. Oh hey! Right. We have woken up this morning down in Cornwall. We arrived really late last night and we're currently staying in Padstow. I've just had to take my jumper off because it's actually really warm in here. But what I was saying was, and our plan is just to stay for a few days, explore a few different places. We're staying at a place called St Petrock's, I think. It's one of Rick Stein's kind of restaurants, but also places that you can stay. If you're familiar with Padstow, you'll know that Rick Stein owns like half of the accommodation and half of the restaurants here. I actually grew up watching Rick Stein all of the time with my dad. That's like a really core memory for me, is watching cooking shows, and one of them was always Rick Stein. And yeah, so over the next few days we are just going to travel a bit around Cornwall. So Padstow today, and then we're going to move on to St Ives this evening and then kind of see where it takes us. But I just thought I would bring you guys along because it's been a while since we've done anything outside of Manchester, and it's just going to be a really lovely cozy few days. It's cooled down a lot here, so it's sunny but it's quite cold, so it's just going to be lots of lovely walks, loads of yummy food, and yeah, just having a bit of an explore in general. So Kenny is actually sat right behind me. Say hello. Oh hi. And there's Rue. And it's just the three of us, and we're just going to have a drive around and in general have a really lovely few days. So it is time for breakfast, so we're going to head down, get some food, and then I think first port of call this morning is we're going to have a wander down to the beach, give Rue a bit of a run, and then there is a ferry. I remember from being a child, there's a ferry that goes from Padstow across to Rock, and as a child that was just like the epitome of fun. So I have to do that just for nostalgic purposes, and that is as far as we've got. So let's go downstairs and see what's for breakfast. Just on our way back over to Padstow now from Rock. Rue's just been playing on the beach all morning, and now she's been digging holes as well. Look how sandy her face is. And now we're heading back over to Padstow, which is this direction, and I think we're gonna grab some lunch and maybe have a beer. We are now back in the car. We've got all of our stuff packed up in the back, as you guys could probably see, and we're on our way to Penzance, actually, if that's how you say it, because we couldn't get a hotel in St Ives. They were all completely sold out, so we're just staying kind of 20 minutes across the coast. We're gonna head to the hotel now, check in, and then I think we're gonna hop straight back in the car and just drive 15-20 minutes across the coast and have an explore of St Ives this afternoon. St Ives is another one that I always used to come to when I was growing up. I don't think I'd have been for probably a good 10 or 12 years, so that'll be interesting. And then, oh look, that pub's open. And then we've got dinner booked this evening. We're just pulling up to the hotel now. Can you get round that corner?
Yeah.
Oh my. We're literally in there. You're very close on. Oh. Just got into the room. We're staying at Artist's Residence. We've actually stayed at one of these before in London. I think they're usually pretty... Yeah, I think you're right. I think I did film that trip. It's actually pretty dog friendly. We've literally just walked in the room, so I'll just show you the bathroom. And then obviously through here is just the bedroom. We've got dressing gowns. They normally kit the rooms out with pretty much everything that you need. Hi, Rui. And then we've just got Rui's bed down here. What's out there? Anything much?
It's the beer garden.
Oh yeah, little beer garden. And that's it. Oh yeah, they always have the sweetest mugs and stuff here. I like how they do it. It's very like quaint. Hi, what do you want? Attention. I like this cushion, Kenny. That's
Ready
quite...
to go.
Oh.
You did our stuff.
Whose stuff?
Rui's stuff.
Okay. See you in a sec. Wait here, Rue, you gotta wait with me. They actually just bought up some dog treats for Rue, which are Lily's Kitchen organic, so that's very Rue. And then a really sweet little dog bowl. And they would give us a dog bed, but we always bring Rue's. And some soy milk so that I can have a cup of tea. I always think that Artist Resident hotel rooms are really sweet. Of course, the first thing we do is put the kettle on. They do one of my favourite teas. They do these tiny boxes of Joe's tea, which are all organic. I'm hoping they've got, yep, they do, an ever so English breakfast, which is what I'm gonna have. Are you having coffee? Coffee? They're all the same. Oh, they're nice. And they're these pink pods. Have you seen these? Should I put one in for you? So we've just had a very brief kind of pit stop here. Just had a cup of tea, coffee, had a sit down, listened to the news about the Queen, and now we've had a really quick outfit change, popped on a tiny bit of makeup, keeping it very, very, very chilled. And we're going to go to this beachfront restaurant for this super early dinner. So the only table this restaurant had left was at 5:30. But from what I read, it's not one to be missed. I can't remember the name right now, but obviously I'll show you when we get there. So we just thought, you know what, we'll just go with the flow. We'll have a super early dinner at 5:30 and we can always have a snack or something a bit later on. Have you just given her one of her treats?
No, big fishies.
Both of the hotels we stayed in, the Rickstein Hotel and this one, they're so good for dogs. At the hotel in Padstow, they give you this huge bag of dog treats, which Ria's now got. That smells so strong of fish.
Yeah, it's caught. It's fair. It's this.
Whole skin of a cod. It's Green and Wilds, which funnily enough, we give Rue Green and Wilds and Lily's Kitchen. They're like our go-to treats. But they also give you a huge blanket, which we've got on the bed right now, I'll show you in a sec, and a dog bowl, and you just keep all of it, which is great because this blanket is going to be really useful. We can pop it in the car or whatever. Rue's thoroughly enjoying that. Anyway, we need to hop into the car now. Let me just show you Rue and her chew. Is that nice? And then this is it's actually pretty filthy now because Rue's been on it, but this is the huge blanket they gave us for Rue at Rickstein's, which is really nice of them. Right, let's go everyone. This is the drive down to the restaurant. Oh, can you fit? Would not recommend bringing a big car down here. Oh, you've done it. I think it's right on the beach, so it should be really nice. This is the dinner setting. We are sat out on the balcony, but we're right underneath some heaters. It's very pretty here.
Yeah, it's better outside.
Hi, you can sleep on my coat if you want, Rue. I'll go get her blanket if she won't settle. Kenny ordered this drink, which is called like a lavender Collins. I guess it's a bit like a Tom Collins. Honestly, one of the best drinks we've ever had. Is sensational. Hey, babes. Hi, my gorgeous girl. So I ordered a tempeh curry, which looks really, really good. And then these are some bits to go with mine. This is something spicy coconut, I think. And then the rice. Kenny got some seafood linguine. Then we got some fries and some seasonal greens to go with it. It looks so yum. The lighting is probably really bad because it's actually really dark now. But we just brought Rue down to the beach to have a bit of a run around. That was the restaurant, by the way, that kind of like lit up thing on the beach there. The food was really lovely. The food came like an hour late, so they gave it to us free, which was really kind of them, because it was really, really good. And now I think, so just over there that's St. Ives. So I think we'll go and have a look, although most things are probably shut because of the Queen. Is this fun? Rue's having the time of her life. She loves the beach. Rue is so funny. If Kenny does that, she thinks she's missing out. Look, I cannot cope. Rue, you're going to be vertical. Ready? Dig, 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 dig. Oh. I'm just about to get ready for bed and I'm about to do my evening skincare, and then I think we're just gonna cozy up in bed and just have a really cozy, chilled kind of end to our evening. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the skincare that I brought along with me on this trip. So recently I've been using Skin & Me, who have kindly sponsored this part of the video. So Skin & Me creates powerful, personalised skincare with active ingredients that you just can't get over the counter. The products are designed by dermatologists and personalised completely for your skin needs. So all that I did was head over to the Skin & Me website, and from there you do a really straightforward consultation about your skin and your needs and your goals, and then you upload 3 makeup-free pictures. The experts at Skin & Me then personalise your skincare with ingredients and concentrations that evolve with your skin's needs over time. So this is my daily doser. My main focus was just wanting to improve the overall texture of my skin, which I really feel like I've seen a difference. I haven't really been wearing foundation recently, which has been so nice. The product also feels like really hydrating on my skin, and one of the things I love the most about it is how convenient it is to use. So especially for traveling like we are now, it's all in this little container, and all you have to do is twist until it clicks, and that is the amount you need. So with their subscription service, the Daily Doser arrives monthly straight to your doorstep with the ability to pause, cancel or resume at any time. Another thing that I really love is that all of the packaging is fully recyclable. The formulas are of course all vegan and cruelty free, and their products are also made to order, which avoids unnecessary waste, which I think is amazing. So I have a code for you to use, which I will pop on screen here and also down in the description box. And this gets your first month for just £3.50 when it's normally £24.99. So I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I'm going to go get this makeup off, pop all my skincare on and jump into bed. So we're all tucked up into bed now. I've got peppermint tea, Kenny's just pouring himself one. Rue is fast asleep on her blanket. And then in the co-op here, the co-op opened this evening after the Queen's funeral, and they had Love Raw wafer bars and Vigo. We're going to watch some of the news on the funeral today, and that is pretty much the end of our evening. Please excuse my hair this morning. I left all of my hair tools and stuff in the car, so we're just having to go with the flow this morning. We're about to head out and get some breakfast. We found this place just on Google last night that looks so good. Loads of like vegan, vegetarian options. That's as far as we know today. when the tide is out, there's a path that goes all the way over to this, which is called St Michael's Mount. But when the tide is in, they have to take a boat, which is what these people are doing. We can't go over with Rue, which is a shame. They only allow dogs in the off season. But it's very pretty. I went there as a child again. I feel like we went everywhere in Cornwall as a child. Go on, you can do it. You can do it, Rue. Go, go, go. What's amazing? Hi! This is the little boat that comes in to pick you up, but I don't think... Oh, you can see it on the camera. Do you see here? When the tide's out, that would be a path all the way over, which I think is pretty cool. You can see it all the way along. Come on, mate. Down here, if you can see, there's dolphins. Yeah, by those two rocks, there's dolphins. Don't know whether you can see any. Oh yeah, oh no. Oh, there's one. Oh my god.
There's one in front of the boat.
So we spent the morning having breakfast, as you saw, and then we went to have a look at St Michael's Mount, and then we've just left Land's End, which I don't think I've ever been to before, which was actually really nice because there were loads of dolphins, which we didn't expect to see, so that was nice. And then we just took the coastal route all the way back to St Ives, where we're going to have some lunch, and then this afternoon we're heading over to Falmouth, which is where my sister recently went with her boyfriend, and we've got a hotel there for our final night this evening. So just heading into St Ives now. I'm actually very hungry and ready for like a Cornish pasty or something. There is actually a place in St Ives that does vegan fish and chips, I read, and apparently it's quite nice. They make it with tofu and they have like a vegan tartar sauce, but I really want like a warm Cornish pasty. That's what I'm feeling. We've been so lucky with the weather since we've been here. I was expecting in September in Cornwall for it to be at the very least cloudy, if not raining, but it's actually been sunny and quite warm every single day. Anyway, we're about to get into St Ives now, so I'll show you what we have for lunch. This is absolutely huge. Like, I don't know if you can get the scale of it. Like, this is my hand. Are we full forever? It goes all the way to the end. Huge. And Rue's watching Kenny's every move because he's got fish. Oh my goodness, look at the dog on the paddleboard, Kenny. Do you see?
Oh yeah.
I'd actually find that really fun to do that. We were just saying that's such a lovely place to sit and have a drink because all you can see is just the coast. But we are off to go to our new hotel, aren't we, everyone?
We saved from a lengthy recession.
So we've just arrived at the hotel. This is outside the front and we're going to go in. This is the view from inside our room. So that's, I think, a restaurant down there, and then the girl just showed us in here. There's like a really lovely bar area, and then there's loads. If you see that corridor kind of thing along there, that's all got seating just so you can do reading and look out onto the gardens. Everyone's just having drinks down here. They've got the right idea. So we've just checked into our third hotel in 3 nights and our final hotel because tomorrow afternoon we will make the journey back up to Manchester. We are now staying near to Falmouth in a hotel called Hotel Mewden, I think it's pronounced. It's really, really lovely. The hotel's super big. They've got a huge garden, which then has like a set of different paths that leads down to a private beach as well. So it's about 7 o'clock now. I'm actually pretty exhausted. We've been on the go all day, but I've just got changed into the same top that I wore last night actually. I have a really lovely new top, but it's super cold and I just didn't have the appropriate underwear with me for that, if you know what I mean. I think we're going to drive straight off into Falmouth because my sister gave us a recommendation for a restaurant tonight and it's like walk-in only, so we just want to make sure we get there in plenty of time. Tomorrow in the morning I will show you around the hotel a bit because we've got a lovely hotel breakfast booked for the morning, and then I think we're going to kind of like have a wander around the grounds, go to the private beach for a bit, and probably spend the majority of our last morning here. And then I've got one pit stop I want to do on the way home. I haven't told Kenny about this yet. But anyway, that's all tomorrow. So enough about that. Let's go get some dinner. We ordered some of the house kimchi just to go with everything, and then Kenny's got 1 oyster. Do you know there's some debate as to whether oysters are vegan or not? Because they don't have a nervous system, I believe. That could be wrong, but I think that's the case. But either way, absolutely not for me. Just got back from dinner. Dinner was 10 out of 10. We love a dinner that's like small plates that you can just both share and you can have like a nibble of a load of different things. All of it was like 10 out of 10, excellent. They had loads of vegan options, and then obviously they had like a whole bunch of seafood and stuff like that. It was called the Verdant Seafood Shack in Falmouth, and I think Verdant is like a beer company that do loads of different craft beers. So they had this whole beer menu and you could order them by a third of a pint, which was also really fun because it goes with the whole like trying a few different bits on the menu. That was a really lovely evening, so I highly recommend if you're ever down in Falmouth. Good morning everyone. We've just woken up on our last morning down in Cornwall, which we're very sad about, but it's another beautiful sunny morning. We've been so lucky with the weather, and we're about to head downstairs and get some breakfast, and then I'm really excited to go on like a little walk down to the beach. I'm not sure how long of a walk it is. She said there's like a few different walking trails and then it's just a private beach, which will be really nice for Rue to have a run around and everything. And then we just need to decide between 2 possible options for lunch before we start making the 5-hour journey back to Manchester.
I come back.
You'd come back? That's a good result because I love it down here. Right, Rue's whining because she wants to go down and get some breakfast. The best thing about changing hotels all the time is that you never know quite what's for breakfast. So let's go find out. This is the room where Kenny and I are having breakfast because with little dogs you're not allowed in the main dining room, but it's quite nice in here and the sun's coming through. We've got our own private little table. I'm happy this morning because it's the first place this whole trip that I've done avocado toast, and they even do a berry smoothie, which I'm about to go and get downstairs as well. I completely forgot to film when the breakfast arrived, so I've eaten half my avo toast, but I've got avo toast, some grilled mushrooms, tomatoes, some spinach, and then huge pot of tea, and I've got a beetroot juice as well. And that's our breakfast. We're gonna go for a walk down there soon. I was just saying to Kenny, this reminds me, these huge like leaves coming up the stream here remind me of the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where, you know, when they're like as small as ants and they're going through the grass, because these are all big above our head. We've all jumped into the car and we're about to head into Falmouth and hopefully pick up some lunch. I remember my sister saying the food and like the vegan options and stuff in Falmouth are really good, and we saw last night this place called Sabzi where my sister went and got salads and it looks so good. So we're gonna try and get some lunch from there. So we got a huge salad to share from Sabzi. It is some kind of like bulgur wheat with tahini, and then a pea salad, black bean salad, potato salad, and some hummus as well. And we're just gonna sit here in the harbour, have some lunch. Kenny's just gone to get fish and chips. Hey, we also got one of these fresh pressed carrot. I think it's carrot, orange, ginger, maybe. Anyway, it's really good. And then we picked up a few bits for the car ride home. So we've got hummus chips, as always. And then in the bottom there, I'll show you later, we've got some avocado chocolate cake and a vegan sausage roll with lentils. And then loads of nutritional yeast because we need some at home. Kenny's just come back with his fish and chips, which looks good. Definitely looks good to Rue anyway. Hey everyone, it's a few days later now. I just went and got my nails done to this like dark green. Love. Anyway, it's a few days later, but I realised I just quite abruptly finished filming in Cornwall. I think it took us about 5 hours, which I really don't think is that bad to get all the way from, literally we're in Land's End in the morning and then in the evening we were all the way back in Manchester, and it took us like 5 hours, 5.5 hours, something like that, I think, so it wasn't too bad. But I also thought I would just give you a quick reminder about my Skin and Me code, which I popped on screen here and down in the description box, which will get you your first month for just £3.50. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed just seeing something a bit different. I feel like we mostly do like homey, cozy vlogs, but I thought I'd just bring you along. We had the best time. By the time you're watching this, is it October yet, or is it just the end of September? Either way, we're rapidly heading into October and it's time to really ramp up the autumn content before winter is upon us, before we even know it. But anyway, I'm gonna head off now and I will catch up with you guys next Sunday. Bye guys.